all join me if y'all don't mind. I know y'all don't never would have made it, right? Just give me something soft and give me something light. Just give me something soft and light and slow. This was the most difficult piece that I ever had to write. But it has saved and changed so many lives. And so for those of you who had a story, I don't care whether it was molestation or rape or something that happened to you that you really didn't want to talk about or really didn't want to revisit. There's some other little girl or little boy that's going through what you went through. And they just need an example that somebody made it through what they're going through. See, God wanted you to go through what you went through so that He could get you to where He wanted you to be in your life. Sometimes, those of us who had a hard life, we are sacrifices for others so that they won't have to go through what we went through. The name is peace. It's called ego. Everybody say ego. It's an acronym that stands for easing God out. Hey God, where you at? I've been looking for you. Seems like you've been avoiding me or something. And I've been searching for years for no answer, just anticipation. And I've been going through this transformation, but every time I call on you, God, it's like I get put on hold. And they say that you hear all and that you see all, but seems like you ain't never available, God, when I call. See, all I remember was January 91. I had just left Simeon's Martin Luther King ceremony speaking. I wasn't feeling too well that day. Little did I know that all the while my appendix had to leak. And where were you, God? Just when I thought nowhere to be found. And if it wasn't for my son's mother convincing me to go to St. Bernard's that night, Blaq Ice would be here with you right now. And where were you at, God, that morning when I went to work and when I got to 123rd and Cassie? Right by the cemetery, this lady ran the lights. The last thing I saw, y'all, was headlights. A 3-car collision that almost took my life. But where were you, God? And where were you, God, when my mother was stricken with cervical cancer? She's been going to the church serving you since before I was born, and we both called on you and you still didn't answer. Come on, God, this is my mother. Tell me, is this how you treat all your sons and all your daughters? And where were you at, God, that day my son died? I sat there at the University of Chicago and I watched him come back twice. You could have intervened, God. You could have been there for me. You could have saved his life. But where were you? And this is what he said to me. He said, okay, my son, I've heard enough. Now I know the times for you have been rough, but son, where's your faith? Seems like you only seek my face when you need me. For I am a full-time God, my son. Do you really believe in me? Yeah. Well, if so, then you would know that I am the creator of the universe. All that you see from the highest heights of heaven to what you have discovered between the earth. See, I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I am the God of Moses, Lot, and David. I am the one who made Solomon wise. I put Noah in the ark before the waters could rise. I gave Samson the strength to destroy the Philistines with no eyes. I am that smooth stone that David slung that smote Goliath in the head. The cracks that crumble the walls of Jericho. The same one that rose Lazarus from the dead. The blood of the Lamb that kept the children of Israel safe from harm. Even stabbing Moses' right arm. And I gave you the power to split the Red Sea in half. Shall I go on? Please forgive me, Father. He said, no, son, I already have. But see, like Jonah, you've been running from your mission. I've been trying to reach you and speak to you for years, but your ego just wouldn't let you listen. See, when your opinion was spreading poison through your body, I was the voice that spake through your son's mother warning you. And do you remember what you promised me, my son? Yes, Lord, I do. I promise you that if you allow me to make it through, that I will turn my life over to you. But what did you do? You continued to play. So I spoke to you again in the form of a three-card collision, but I allowed you to walk away that day. And have you ever asked yourself the question why the accident was by a gravesite? I was showing you that the road that you were traveling on ended at the cemetery if you didn't change your life. But you still didn't listen. And as for your mother's cervical cancer, I am the reason why your mother's cancer is in remission. And I know your son's gone. But his body was sick, so I relieved him of his pain and I called him home. And yet still I stayed by your side all those moments that you felt alone. Yet you still rejected my truth. If you only could have put your ego to the side and listened to all those whom I sent to you. Lord, you mean to tell me all the while I was waiting to hear from you? You were sending me messages through all those whom I rejected? Yes, my son, this is true. And instead of focusing on all these guides, submit to the truth that you find inside. Because Satan is the one who subtracts and divides. And my God, well, he is the one who adds and multiplies. I'm telling y'all, he opened my eyes. And so to those of you who can't accept the truth, because your ego won't allow you to accept who the truth is coming through, I want y'all to take this as a lesson. Because see, God just ain't using these pastors today. Because asking some of these pastors questions is just like asking blind men for directions. But it's the truth that counts. And see, family, in this case, my ego just what my ego was easing God out. Thank y'all so much. Can y'all sing it for me real quick? Come on, man. Can y'all sing it for me? Never would have made it. Somebody in the house talk to me. Say, praise God. Let me hear y'all. Never what? Here we go. Come on now. I know we got some singers in the house. Never would have made it without you. I'm like, all right, y'all. Thank y'all so much.